for approval. So move. Second. Ivan? Oh, yeah.
All right, you wanna make your presentation.
Good afternoon. My name is Bill Ylitwinski. I'm a civil engineer. My company name is Design Build, and we're here today on behalf of Little Leaf Farms. We have two, and I'll be purposely brief to defer to review any questions you may have, and Ivan. We did have the great opportunity to meet earlier, maybe 2-3 weeks ago, with Kathy, with Ivan, and Mr. Bodner, I believe, to review the two applications that we submitted that are on your agenda today. They're both related to Little Leaf Farms, which is up in the McAdoo Field Park in Banks Township. And the first is I was here last time I was here, probably about, I'm gonna guess maybe a year ago or less, or so. And it was for a land development submission, which we were here several years ago for their initial land development submission. And then we were here about a year ago for a revised land development submission. And that revised land development submission went from the original 3 greenhouse approval, one single, bank of 3 greenhouses, to a revised concept with that accommodated 6 greenhouses. It was 3 2 greenhouse clusters. And that was the subject of that land development about a year ago. Since that time, we've refined the plan a bit. We've worked through some of the details, and now we've come back to do the subdivision for that. They've gotten the land under agreement that they intend to purchase and subdivide with the land that they bought previously, that they built the original greenhouse on, and also tighten up the land development approval. So that's what we're here for today. So I believe we have two applications on the agenda, and we're grateful for the opportunity to be here. I'm representing Little Leaf Farms, but and I believe some of you folks may have been up there to tour the facility.
Yes.
So they're growing lettuce, like gangbusters up there, and getting them in all the grocery stores all over. And where they are today is they've largely constructed greenhouse 4B. It's not operational yet. And they're nearing the start of site work for 4C. So they're in the throes of building their 3rd greenhouse up on this property, in the last handful of years. So they're doing a lot of good work up there. And so we're here today to answer any questions you may have about the subdivision and this land development approval. And I'll defer to Ivan. And
You want to show that? Is that the subdivision?
This is the subdivision.
Hold that up for everybody that way. All see that.
Yeah, this is the existing 4A, 4B greenhouse. This line right here is the land that Little Leaf Farms owns today. This is the land that they have under agreement to purchase from Freya Land Company. And so this subdivision contemplates carving this land out of an old tract map of Freya. It would create this lot so that it could be consolidated with Little Leaf's current lot, creating a 169-acre parcel. And it would then carve out and remain, Freya would retain this approximately 15-acre parcel that fronts down here on SR 4004. So that's the subdivision component. Essentially, it creates this big lot for the 3 greenhouse cluster that's contemplated in the land development application.
I will wait till we'll hold off.
Okay, sure, okay.
We'll get that later.
Very good.
Okay, right now at Little Leaf Farms, they have 76.1 or 76.11 acres. The tax parcel 7, which is there, is 109.178 acres. What they want to do is, Bill said, they want to divide it to 7A, which is 15.62, and for 7B, 93.526, and they're going to combine them into one parcel of 169,640. And there's no water with third proposed. Again, it's existing commercial tract, and meets all the zoning requirements. And I just pointed out that survey certification and owner certification is not executed, and they're going to do that at the time of plan recording. So I would recommend plan approval. They do an excellent job of the plan. They'd be a lot ahead.
Any discussion? So it will be one large parcel then.
100. Yeah.
Reverse. Okay. Is there a motion for plan approval? Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Plan approval is granted.
All right, and the second one is the land development review. In our general comments, last time we pointed out they may need a sewage facility planning module. However, the response was the initially approved project contemplated construction of 3 greenhouses with a projected sewage discharge of 50,000 gallons per day. Applicant received the sewage planning exemption approved from DEP on April 25th, 22, and subsequent to the construction of 4A greenhouse, the applicant has been coordinating with the Klein Banks Municipal Authority in regards to sewage flow to ensure the product flows are aligned with the approved June 12th, 2023 Hazel Township Planning Department, page 4 of the allocation, which is 50,000 gallons per day. Based on this, the previous allocated storage capacity of 50,000 gallons per day is adequate for the entire project, and further no storage planning would be seemed required. We pointed out the maintenance of stormwater facilities, adequate insurance of the maintenance, indemnification, liability insurance, and security should be provided. An additional stormwater management basin 2 is submitted to the township for review and approval before final plan approval, and the applicant acknowledges their responsibility to maintain stormwater management facilities on the site in accordance with their DPDES permit for construction activities and related requirements for the filing of appropriate instruments. In light of the NPDES permit requirements, that instrument would respectfully suggest that the municipality is adequately protected in this regard. Copy of the adequacy letter from the Carbon County Conservation District has been provided. Current national pollution discharge elimination permit letter. The whole permit has been approved, and it's NPDES permit in PA 130041. The development agreement should be executed between the developer and Banks Township. Finance and security should be provided for all site improvements with a construction cost estimate for review. And the response was the applicant has been in close contact with Banks Township since the beginning of greenhouse for addition or construction. Based on this June 12, 2023 Hazel Township Planning Department, page 3-4 of interaction. The applicant does not believe a development agreement with the corresponding financial security is required, and the applicant agrees to coordinate with Bank Township in this regard. We pointed out that fencing should be surrounding the sedimentation basin. It should be shown labeled on the plan. And their response was the fence and access gates have been added for the basin 2. And I checked plan sheet 100, C109, and the gate deals are on the detail sheet C501. Construction details for the 2 proposed retaining walls listed are not shown in the plan. And we required design computations by professional engineer should be provided to the township engineer for approval before final plan approval. And I don't know if this necessitated the revisions to the plan, but through the project layout changes and grading revisions, we have been able to eliminate the previously proposed retaining walls. Lighting, including type of lights and details for all proposed buildings and parking area loading areas should be provided to the township engineer for review and approval before final plan approval. And they have updated the plans to include the proposed building mounted lights and lighting detail. And all review comments and recommendations of the Bank Township engineer should be addressed before final plan approval. And they responded by comment noted. General review comments, again, the certification of the accuracy of the survey not signed, owner certification not properly executed. They're going to execute these prior to final plan approval and recording. I would recommend plan approval. I mean, everything that we requested.
Any discussion? Is there a motion for plan approval? I'll make a motion. I'll second it. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Plan approval is granted.
Thank you, everyone, for your time. Thank you.
DEP, BAMR, Quake Tape. Tunnel. We had this scheduled for last month. We tabled it because the state was kind of lax in submitting their review check. Simple subdivision lot line revision, it had to do with, Mrs. Janetti. She owned the property. This whole tract parcel. Let me see, parcel 4 was 162.538 acres. It's all brush and wooded. I don't know if most of you guys were on the board back in early 80s. But Mr. Chulak wanted to put a tire processing plant up here to shred tires and put it all through the wetland areas and everything. That was shot down. And basically, she owned this 15-foot strip right here on the top. And basically, she's subdividing that strip on her parcel 4. And then the state owns this parcel, and this parcel down here. And they're going to combine it into a 20.54 acre tract with no water or sewer proposed. It meets all the zoning requirements of Packer Township. Again, I pointed out owner affidavits not properly signed, certified, certification of accuracy plan not completed. And the plan recorded per section, recording a file of plans, and I told them you need original signatures, seals and signatures, seals and stamps on the plan. My general comments review, I've shown the cover sheet of 1 of 4 zoning information, proposed parcel 4 acreage as shown as 161.92 acres. Proposed overall boundary plan sheet 404 shows the residual acreage of parcel 4 is 162.037. And I8Ydg proposes 9 drainage treatment facilities to be constructed on the combined DEP parks, which will include buildings and clarifiers. And all applicable approvals and permits required for the AMD treatment facility will be addressed in their future application. To move forward and start cleaning up some of this mine leaching out of that pond for years. And let's see the recommendation. I would recommend plan approval.
So then, Ivan, they haven't started, DEP hasn't started. I know they have plans for the AMD site. They haven't started anything. with the
No,
construction.
none. They have to stay, they know they have to submit for review.
Right.
An addition?
No, it's a great project, clean up Quake Cake and Black Creek. And,
What's his run through up there?
and stated, and probably the federal government is investing a lot of money. It's pretty nice.
Any other discussion? Is there a motion for plan approval? So moved. Second. All in favor? Opposed? Plan approval is granted.
All right, this last one. Wow. Ken George and Loretta George, final elementary township. And it started out as a 2-lot subdivision and worked into more than the 2-lot minor subdivision. It's located at 630 Snyder's Road. It's zoned RC rural conservation. It's 15.625 acres. Lot 1 is supposed to be 5.0 acres. And the remaining tract is 10.625 acres. There's on lot water and sewer proposed for the 5-acre tract and lot 1, none proposed for lot 2. It's an existing agricultural brush and wood cover land tract with moderate to severe sloping conditions throughout. On-site investigation revealed no visible barriers toward development of lot 1. The existing tributary to Mill Creek was noted on proposed lot 2 and 2 PPL right-of-ways. We're also noted traversing both lots right here. It's Susquehanna. Upside down here. Susquehanna. Bothered, it's the line. Believe the plan is submitted does not conform to minor final plan requirements of Colemanson Township land development ordinances. Both lots, they conform, they conform to the minimum zoning requirements, table 6 for RC rural conservation zone. However, past contribution for recreation is set forth by the regulation or resolution of the Township Board of Supervisors shall be provided for the 1 new residential lot proposed. Payment shall be a condition of final plan approval, certification of accuracy, survey not signed dated. Plan is submitted, is not conforming to required drawing scales of 1 inch equals, there's 5 foot, 10 foot, 20 foot, 50 foot, 25 feet, or 30 feet, and 40 feet. Plan is submitted, with scale of 1 inch equals 100 feet. The ownership certification not signed, any listing of deed restrictions or covenants existing as proposed. Now, the covenant I'll get to later, because this track is in clean and green. Travel way and shoulder width, Snyder's Road not shown in the plan. In addition, the 36.5 foot and 16.5 foot right of way indicated in the plan may be incorrect. It comes from 40 foot right to 53 foot. Benchmark location elevation not provided. Existing water course is proposed to not shown. Survey closure computation shall be provided to the township. Copies of existing and proposed draft deeds not provided. Steep slope areas between 8 to 15 and 15 to 25 not shown down here in the back. Letter from PPL shall be provided indicating they can provide service to proposed lot 1. And their storage facility planning module may be required for the proposed on-lot storage disposal, proposed lot 1. And the applicant should submit a storage facility planning module application on mailing to DEP to determine if storage planning is necessary. The erosion sedimentation control plan for lot 1 not submitted. Clear site triangle should measure from each direction 40 feet from the center line intersection of Snyder Road in the proposed lot 1 driveway. Clear site triangle not provided in the plan. Required site distances at proposed lot 1 driveway at the intersection of Snyder's Road and speed limit of Snyder's Road not shown. The utility easement note not shown in the plan. Under my general review comments, the proposed subdivision is currently in the clean and green program. And I pointed out to what we didn't do is to submit the residential property card. So we got to get that plan here. I contacted the tax assessment office. And basically, the township should determine a date when the land will be changed with approval of the subdivision plan, thereby triggering the rollback tax for 7 years at 6% interest per year. And the rollback tax is different between what tax was paid versus what tax would have been paid if the property had not been enrolled. It also noted that the landowner may review this property from the Clean and Green program by notifying the Carbon County assessor by June 1st of the year, immediately preceding the tax year for which the removal is requested. Rollback taxes are due upon submission of request. It should be noted that the Act allows for 2 types of division, split off separations. And a split off is division by conveyance of lot or the action of the owner into 2 or more tracts for constructing a residence. No more than 2 acres may be split off, and they're splitting off 5, so that's an issue right there. And the previous conveyance of Julie Russell, which is over here, out of this whole tax parcel, this was in clean and green, may affect the current clean and green program rollback requirements. It's strongly suggested that the applicant contact the Carbon County Tax Assessment Office. Residual tract waiver note on the plan provided, which references proposed lot 2 not completed by the applicants. And the original signature stamps and seals should be placed directly in the plan, and I would recommend conditional plan rejection. You had this at your meeting.
The engineer has to take it well because there was so much stuff. You know it.
Okay, yeah, we were working together.
So how does that get resolved? That it's more than 2
Plus
acres?
they don't know what they're doing, the clean and green.
Yeah, they're gonna have to go to the, what's their name?
I don't think they're gonna, I'd be surprised if it goes through.
So
They got-
Pam Boschby that,
And then they got a bog
Tax-
turtle, they gotta look for bog turtles. Not cheap.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Any additional discussion? If not, is there a motion for conditional plan rejection?
Oh, my God.
All in favor of conditional plan rejection? Aye. Opposed? Conditional plan rejection is approved.
All right, we get into Wausau Township, which basically over the years, nothing has happened up there until now, I guess, but proposed amendments of Wausau Township zoning ordinance 1966. And definitions are adding definitions, communication, antenna, communication equipment building, communication tower, day guest, height of the communication tower, parking spaces for the day guest, a report, satellite dish antennas in their screening, short-term rental, solar electric system, solar electric energy facility, transient use, wind turbine height, wind energy conversion system, and wind energy facilities. They're gonna amend section 4061. Excuse me. They're gonna have forestry and timber harvesting activities. And in section 406.2, forestry and timber harvesting activities. They're gonna amend section 406.4 for the following types of uses: short-term rental, wind energy conservation system, wind turbines, solar electric systems, solar electric energy facilities, and communication tower. And then they're gonna add new sections, section 804.12 for supplementary regulations for short-term rentals, and section 506 parking requirements for short-term rental units. Section 804.13 is new, add to provide supplementary regulations for wind energy conservation system, wind turbines. New section 804.14 to add supplementary regulations for solar electric, solar energy facilities. New section 804.15, supplementary regulations for communication towers, and add section 509, supplementary regulations for forestry and timber harvesting activities. Section 510 is new to provide supplementary regulations for communication antennas. And they're going to delete in its entirety the factory sentence of section 702.1 to section 702.1A and 701.1B, and replaced by new requirements regarding the submission of applications of plan requirements. And deletion of section 503, accessory uses, buildings or structures, and they're replaced with a new section 503 regarding new requirements for accessory uses, buildings or structures. And I pointed out that we reviewed the proposals, and based on our review, the proposed amendments are consistent with various model ordinances for the regulation of wind energy conservation systems, wind turbines, solar electric systems, solar electric energy facilities, and communication tower sites in Pennsylvania, and those that surround the communities who adopted their own ordinances regarding regulations of the above noted energy or communication facilities. And I put out, we therefore recommend approval.
Need a vote on that?
Yeah.
There a motion for approval? That's all.
So moved.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passed.
Ivan, do you know if they have a website that all these changes will be on or not? Be interesting to see because there's not all,
I went on the
not all
slide.
municipalities have done these model ordinances.
The next one is just a general review letter in chapter 290, proposal beneficial use of coal ash. And the project area is A1 up in Nesquehoning, and they reviewed the chapter 290 proposal for beneficial use of coal ash at the Panther Creek operation received by the department on March 31st, 2023, and prepared by WJP engineers in Pottsville. And this is the partial approval for the project area, the one described below. The area is approximately 7.8 acres and bonded for coal refuge removal under the surface mining permit. And a portion of this project is estimated to start placing coal ash by June 1st, 2023. And it will involve the removal of usable coal refuse, placing the coal ash and structural fill, grading, stone paving of the pan, and revegetation of unconstructed areas. And this portion of the project is completed within 1 year. And for coal ash being beneficially used as a structural fill, the following requirements must be satisfied. And they go through the pH of the coal ash place must be 7.0 above, it may not be greater than 2.5 horizontal to 1.0 vertical. And it has to be spread uniformly in layers. There's different, they can't put it within 100 foot of the intermittent or perennial stream or 300 feet of exceptional or high quality waters as defined in 93, and I think the Nescahoning Creek qualifies that right now. Within 300 foot of a water supply, 25 foot of a bedrock outcrop, 100 feet within a sinkhole, and they have to, there's numerous reporting requirements. And if we had any questions regarding approval, we had to contact Dave Masco and they're covering it all. I know they might run into some hidden snags up there, but I'm not. I can't comment.
So when you say structural fill, are they gonna build something on top of it or just plant it?
Probably. They can't
Build-
plant coal ash. There's no topsoil being spread on it.
So for some type of structure that will go on top.
Yeah. They're saying it has to be covered with 12 inches of soil and filtration to prevent it. And the last one, we had this in 2006. I recall, and it's for Market Hill Estates. They're going to put in 19. It was 19 lots. Now it's down to 16. This is at the corner of Long Run Road and Market Street in Franklin Township. Right behind where I used to live.
Yeah.
And we had numerous issues with it, with wetlands and just waiting for them to submit it. I asked them when they were gonna do it, and they said within a month, we'll wait to get it.
Sure.
That's it.
Commissioner, you have some important visitor with you, I understand.
Who would that be?
My ex-neighbor.
Dan? How you doing, Fred?
Hey, Dan.
Nothing for the group, but thank you for asking.
Dan, you want anything?
I'm here for a meeting
Oh, okay.
with some folks after the meeting,
Oh,
but I didn't know when it was going to end, so I just got here in time to not hold anybody up.
okay, it was exciting enough for you. All right, if there's no old business, new business correspondence and the visitor we took care of, adjournment. Oh, sorry, Mr. Arnold, I missed you there.
I'm good, just learning what's going on, thank you.
You just visiting or?
Just visiting, yep,
Oh, okay.
thank you.
Then we can have a motion for adjournment. So moved. Unanimous.